You are moving right along in the ActivInspire Orientation class because we are already on video 4 in Module 3. In this video, we're going to take a look at fill and shape tools as well as a couple of activities you could use in your classroom. The fill and shape tools look like these two examples here, and you will find them over in your toolbox. Now remember, you have your toolbox hanging out, most likely on the right unless you've moved it, and you can also find all your tools from the menu bar. You'll notice if anything has extra options, there'll be an arrow next to it. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I'm going to just click on the shape tool. You'll see that we have all these options, and anytime you see a double arrow, that means more options. I'm going to select this line and then just draw it. You'll notice that my cursor has now turned into what I picked, so every time I try to draw anything, that's exactly what I'm going to have. I can also change the color. You'll notice red was selected, so this time I'll get blue and maybe a circle. So it's blue on the inside, but I wasn't wanting red around the outside. So do I have to delete it and start over? No. All you need to do is maybe grab white for your paint bucket or your fill tool. So I have my fill tool, and it is white, and you just touch right here on the edge. So that's one way that you could change it. A lot of the slides that I actually use the shape tools for part of the background. So again, we have all these shapes and lines, and then we have even more. You can set your color here, and you can also change the color with the fill bucket. I'm going to demo that one more time. So let's say that we wanted a red center in our circle. It's that easy. As long as you have your select tool, you can move this around, and the lines are the same way. You'll notice you have all the options that you normally have for graphics. So what type of things could you do with your students using these fill and shape tools, like maybe an activity? One sample would be this one. Use the fill tool to color in all multiples of 6. So I would select the blue, have my fill tool, a paint bucket. I select the blue, and anything that's multiples of 6, if I tap it, it looks like it disappears. It's that easy. What if one of them wasn't supposed to be colored in? You could fill it back up with white, or you can use the undo button. You can also reset the whole thing. This could be used also for vocabulary. As students are able to describe things and define things, you're able to fill it in throughout the class period. Maybe you use the power words, and the students are supposed to use those power words throughout the lesson, and you color them in as they do so. Another option is creating writing areas for multiple students. So on this one, I have these shapes, some for the taller students, some that could fit right underneath, and of course this would be much larger. And I'm not saying you'd want all 10 to be up at one time writing, but 5 wouldn't be any big deal at all, and neither would 4. So this is just an example where each student ends up with their own space, and you could have problems out beside it. You could have these numbered, or it might be where they're just summarizing an activity that they've already done in groups, and that is a way that you're going to review what each group did. So creating shapes where multiple students have a space to write, so they're not writing on each other. Well, that was a real quick and easy little video, so why don't you test out the fill and shape tools and see what all you can do. Have fun, and I will see you in the next video.